That was a very, very poor run. It was a real wimp of a run. A real wimp of a run. Amazingly disappointed myself. And I said last week I wouldn't do this again. We've been traveling. Flight race was at 8 p.m. yesterday. Flight was at 1:30 a.m. So, and then we had a 7-hour flight to Casablanca to Marrakesh. Now it is what time? I think it's about 9:30, 10 o'clock, but missing luggage. It's a bit of a rough day's travel actually. Just gotta get on with it. Could be worse. Okay, so I'm in the hire car now and I've just experienced some dodgy dealings then. So I hired a car and they want me to then pay to leave the car park. It just doesn't make sense. Bearing in mind I've hired the car from the airport inside the terminal and they then want me to pay to leave. It's a dodgy dealing. It doesn't make any sense. And they said apparently it's a deal they have on with the car park. I don't know. It's just, you know, when you just sniff something dodgy. On top of that, the car they've given me has scratches everywhere, so I just took a few videos of it. Bit dodgy. See if we'll get through now. Okay, pleasure. Thank you. I will be back because I have to get my luggage, so I'll bring cash next time. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're through. That was dodgy dealings, man. You know when you just sniff it a mile away, but we're out. That's the main thing. 6 p.m, 11 hours later after landing, and we've got the luggage. There's nothing like a bit of controversy. I guess the key is just not trying to panic. I got another week until our race, so. But more importantly, did you see what that young 17-year-old ran? Phoebe Gill, 1:57. Jeez Louise, that's 17 years old. That's bananas. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with Britain at the moment, but they just keep creaming out these absolute monsters of, like, I don't even want to say children because they're not. I mean, they're fresh off the like child roster, entering adulthood. And I mean, we went from sort of your Max Bergens to your Oliver Dustins to your Ben Pattersons to your Keely Hodgkinsons, and now we've got another Phoebe Gill. Britain is just, something's in the air, man. It's just wild. It's pretty impressive to see. I'm fascinated to see how these guys all get on when they start entering their late 20s, to see how the body can respond to staying at that level for that period of time. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I can only imagine it's going to be bloody rough staying at the top for that long, not necessarily physically but also mentally. It'll be fascinating to see. Some real talent. It's exciting. It's now Monday. I've been in Morocco since Saturday morning. Saturday and Sunday were pretty rough. But note to self, take every precaution to keep yourself illness free, should we put it? Oh man, yeah, I had the shits, man. I've been rough the last few days. I'm gonna try and session today, but Summer Stelly isn't right. It's Monday. I'm not racing until next Sunday, so I've got time in my hand. But yeah, it's been a rough few days, a real rough few days. I haven't been feeling good at all. Sure, let's go on. I've got a session today. We've got 400, 400, 300, 300, 200, 200. Name 51s, 37s, and 25s. All are off for a minute, and then a longer recovery between sets. Just gotta get it done. Yeah, I've been pretty pooped, man. I've been pretty pooped. Really pooped. Yeah, I struggled, really struggled. Stomach's been an absolute mess, but we're looking forward to today's session. Morocco's been incredible. It's so far from what the little I have seen has been one heck of an experience. I'm really grateful to be here. I'm talking shit. I'm just literally talking waffles to the camera to try and make myself feel better. I feel like a bag of shit, that's the truth. So I'm gonna make sure that I get at least the first set done nice and hard so that I can then back up the second set and then see what I've got on the last set. I am fully aware that this session sets up the next one on Wednesday and then that sets up the following week. So that's all that matters, that's all that counts, and that's what I'm relying on. So that's the main goal and objective. I've been defeated today. Let's go for the start. I threw up in my mouth like 3 times at a walk. I don't know what happened. My body I felt really twingy in my calves, and every time I feel twingy in the calves, I just stop them. If it happened anywhere else in the body, I would have ignored it, but because it's my calves, I don't risk it. And even like the mildest sensation, I stop now because I tear them so frequently. On average, I tear them 3 or 4, about 2 to 3 times minimum a year.
on average, sort of 4 times a year for like the last 10 years. So, oh man. But I think I know it's illness because you don't go from a 3:33 feeling as easy as I did to struggling to run that session there. But unlike the other side, it sounds crazy, but I haven't ran 3:33 in a long time. I've stretched my body further, or in fact, that kind of speaks, I miss indoors. And I haven't really done that kind of distance to training, so I've stretched my body longer and further than I have done in a long time. So to then have pushed today's session to what would have been a PB session again, would have been 2 big hits in a week, and then to go on to Sunday to run a big race, Wednesday run a big race, and then the following Saturday. I'm just trying to find an excuse, but I'm just gonna say could be a silver lining. Boys, that was rough, man. That was rough. Days up today, oh man. I feel like this is my biggest flaw, is that I don't know where to start. And times like this when I should start. And I knew I shouldn't have session today, but I was so scared of missing out and not getting in this session and then miss it Wednesdays. And then it's throwing my week off in the preparation for the next one. I just need to be more along the side. I need to think about what would have been worse. Missing today's session, missing the remainder of the season. I'm not there, but I could have been there when I felt my calf twinge. And I just need to get so much better at that. It's such a headache. I'm my own worst enemy 90% of the time. My coach knows it, but he knows I'm also a bit of a head case and I don't really listen. He's learned almost to play me. He knows how to work me so that I can do what he says, but he makes me almost feel like I'm making the decision, which is what I need. I need a coach that will sort of let me run a straight line, and as I go off course, he just tugs me back in every now and then. Then I'll go off course again and he tugs me back in. And then sometimes he has to give me a boot back in because I've strayed too far off course. But that's kind of, in a nutshell, I'm sitting here now like, why didn't I just come back tomorrow? I might have had a better session, I might have got more out of it. But on the flip side, I'm recognising it, whereas I never ever used to recognise it. It's not every day you're having lunch and then you spot, what is it, a tortoise? Meg said something about a terrapin. I don't know what a terrapin is. And then warned me about E. coli or something there. Again, don't really know what she's referring to, but bit of a chilled one. My stomach's a little bit more settled today. I managed 5 mile. Felt a really weird twinge in my calf though at like 5 miles. I was gonna do 9 and I was like, oh, that does not feel right. And it scared the life out of me. So I was about to do like 2 laps. There's a loop here which is like just over 4.5 mile. And I was just about to start the second lap and felt like a twinge and I was like, that doesn't feel right. So I decided to cut it short and I might just try and do another run in a few hours and do it that way. So just split the runs up into 2 runs rather than 1 and then take it from there. But it's nice to be feeling a little bit better now. It's hard to tell if it's easy or not because it's so hot here. You can't really gauge if I'm struggling or not because the heat's just so super intense. Definitely felt 10 times better. My stomach wasn't doing backflips, that's the main thing. And I guess just build from there. Okay, I'm back and I'm smiling now. It's been a few days now, it's Wednesday. Yeah, over the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, if I didn't need a gag, I needed a plug. Jeez Louise, I was beat up, man. I don't know what I caught, what I ate, but yeah, I was in a bad way. But today, no, back to business now. 10 by 300, off a minute, averaging 41s. It's just bang on target. It's exactly what I need, exactly what we need. We're back in business. We may well just pull this off. Field's looking quite good actually. It's a good competitive field. I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna call it early. This will go out following week afterwards. See it will. I think George Mills is gonna get on the pace, and I am gonna track him like a fly on shit. Because I know he's in incredible shape right now, so I know his strength is going to be phenomenal. And he's probably going to see this as a place to showcase what he's working on. Looking at the rest of the field, I think that's the way I can see playing out. I can see him going with the pace, making it super strong, hitting 56s and 57s all the way through, just maintaining that. I think that's going to be weirdly confident. That's going to be what happens. We're going to see what happens after the race now. See what I'm saying now rings true. And if I'm feeling fit and good, based on that session there, I'm not a million miles off. I think with another Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, another 4 nights sleep, in theory I should be back to normal. I'm definitely not there yet. I've got a load of shit on my chest. I'm coughing up phlegm. That's going to be expected when you've been ill. So 4 days, athletes come in like 48, they start rolling in like the next 2 days. So I should have cleared this illness by then because it's another 48 hours and I'm feeling fine now. So don't have to worry about giving anyone anything either, which is good news. And that's a big thing with running. My biggest regret was if I potentially picked this up on the flight, not wearing a mask, not using enough hand sanitizer, and just small things like that. But all looking good so far, all looking good. Look, I've done nice places many times, but this one just gives me complete holiday vibes. Like, this is wild, man. It's very normal for now, I agree. It is very normal. Like, you've got your toilet, you've got your shower, you've got all your basics. It's a beautiful room, but I think what I like about this one is we've got our own little balcony overlooking the pool. Now tell me this isn't giving you holiday vibes. It doesn't even. I've literally walked 50 meters from where I was staying in the apartment, and I was thinking, it's not gonna be anywhere as nice, but this is, yeah, man. This is wild, man. This is sick. This is sick. Enough talking. I'm in a rush now. I've got to get my. I've got to quickly run, get the car back. I was hoping to get a haircut, but I've run out of time, and I'm short on time now, so I've got to scramble. And then I've got to get a lift back at half. Oh yeah, I'm gonna shut up and go because I'm in a rush.
this is how we eat. You are spoiled, really. And over this side we have, I'm getting the camera right now before the other athletes arrive and I get embarrassed, but we have green beans, steak, potatoes, chicken, rice, tuna, pasta, sauces, creamy sauce, tomato-based sauce. I've just joined the meeting hotel and there's a reason why, it sounds ridiculous, there's a reason why I don't really like Diamond Leagues. And it's because their hotels are always so good and the food's so f***ing good. I always end up overeating. Oh man, I've had some buttery chicken, the small little things. I've been a week by myself and I haven't been cooking very well. So I was ill for like a week, no, exaggeration, ill for 4 days. But think of the shred, I've been shredding during that time, so I'm hoping it helps me out. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you don't mind, you might be in it. Yeah.
1500 meters, fast pace that's been asked for here, 151.5. That experience, the Spaniard and Guillermo just loitering ominously. Look at this from Habs, he's doing very well, stretching it out here. The Frenchman, I haven't really seen this so much from him before. He's got the good times and the good performances, but he rarely wins at this sort of level. And this is a big, big run from Habs if he can hang on. They will chase him hard in the home straight. Guillermo's there, Michal, Giles, and George Mills, but Habs continues to run strongly, continues to go away, and the Frenchman may well get a bit of a shock win here over the others behind who might have expected to get him. They're chasing him hard, but they're not going to catch him. This is going to be a win for Habs. It's going to be pretty quick.
It's only so many times I can blame it on something else. I had nothing to blame it on then. I just didn't f***ed up, man. I don't know. I don't really know what to say other than I wasn't crazy pooped. I don't know, man. I can't fill with a ton of excuses right now. That was a very, very poor run. Pace was super slow. I should have locked onto Habs. A little bit of me was a bit worried. It was a real wimp of a run. Majorly disappointed myself. I said last week I wouldn't do this again. The thing is, these pieces of the puzzle count. It all adds up. I have to do better. I can't keep coming with these excuses. I'm exposing myself to YouTube now, so I have to get these things right. So it's no excuse, man. Something that we all have to understand, in my opinion, that if you're not winning, you're losing. Second, third, fourth, still losing. We're not children anymore. You can't mess up like in a field like that as well. If you want to be a contender, you have to win those races. You have to win those races. What do you reckon, Ben? You having a go?
No chance. You seen the way they stand up? They go like crazy.